Good morning, my lovelies, and welcome to an absolutely beautifully bright, sunny and warm Wednesday morning. I hope you are all well. Well, we've had a few warm days this week, lovelies. I think we're on day 3 of our heat wave. And while it's nice, you know me, I don't do heat, don't like it. So it's been a bit of a struggle these last couple of days, but hey ho, don't moan. It's nice to have a bit of sunshine. So yes, lovelies, it's Wednesday and it's the 31st of July, and today we say goodbye to July. Sadness, sad times. So I thought today we'd have a little look at what happened in July. So as we come to the last day of July, we look back at what it had to offer us. So July is generally, and has always been a bit of a quiet month. Never anything going on much in July. It's like a respite period between the summer, when we're planting our crops out and tending to our gardens and our food and things like that, and then it's after that we have harvest. So we have that little bit of respite and we can sort of spend it in the sort of lazy, hazy days of summer and just, you know, sit back, relax and think, I've done my best. So hopefully the harvest will be good. So what happened in July? Well, July the 1st we had Crone's Day, where we celebrate Old Mother Nature and Father Time. So we all know Maiden Mother Crone. Well, apparently July the 1st was Crone's Day, and we celebrate crones, Old Mother Nature, anything like that. The 5th of July we had a new moon in Cancer, and that asked us for deep shadow work and embracing our vulnerabilities. Not quite sure how we could take that on. And then the 21st of July we had a buck moon. Now we know why they're called buck moons, because now is the time when the deer, the male deer, the bucks, start to grow their antlers so they can get ready for the rutting season in the autumn. So yeah, we had a full buck moon. And on the same day as well, we also had Witches' Day, which is to celebrate the craft in all its forms. So that's what's gone on in our pagan calendar. What's gone on in my calendar? Well, as I say, it's July and it's always been very, very quiet. There's not a lot going on for me in July, apart from this last week, from about the 22nd. I had to take my sister up to Burton Hospital to see her consultant because she's got to have a whole new knee rebuilt. So he went to have a chat with her and told her what the procedures was, and now she's got to wait for appointment. It could be in the next 12 months, it could be in the next 2 years, we do not know. On the same day, I made hubby go to the doctors because all his legs had swollen up really badly. He'd not been bitten by anything. Everything was swollen up from the ends of his toes to his waist. And this had been going on for a couple of weeks. We thought it was down to him packing up smoking about 9 weeks ago. That's what we thought it was. Anyway, off he toddles up the doctors under protest. The doctor took one look at him, sent him with a letter as a matter of urgency to Good Hope Hospital. They took blood tests, they took this, they took that, they took the other, and they decided late Monday night that they were keeping him in. I went down on Tuesday to take him some bits and bobs in because he got a bed and we weren't sure how long he was going to be there for. And when I got there, I said, oh, come on then. I said, what have you done now? What's happening? He says, I've got heart failure. So I looked at him and laughed and went, don't be silly now. Let's not do this. That's not a very good thing to say, really, is it? He went, no, I'm not joking. I've got heart failure. I was like, oh, bugger. Apparently when he came in, his heart was doing 177 beats a minute and he was carrying 10 kilos of fluid in his legs. So then began 6 days of running tests and things like that. He had an echocardiogram. He'd had blood tests, he'd had blood pressure, he'd had his heart monitored, he had ECGs, you name it, he had it. What they found was that one of the pumps and one of the valves in his heart isn't working properly. So although his heart is going 10 to the dozen, like he's run a marathon, it just wasn't doing the job properly. It wasn't pumping stuff around properly and helping to get rid of stuff from the body, hence why his legs had all swollen up and that he couldn't breathe. So they'd managed to get his heart down to a reasonable level. The water was being released from his legs, and he went home on Saturday afternoon. He's now on medication for the rest of his life. He's got his water tablets to keep the water at bay from his legs. He's got blood thinners. He's got beta blockers to slow his heart. I think he's got another one as well. I'm not quite sure what that one is. But yeah, so they said he will be pretty much back to normal within a couple of weeks. But when they said normal, it don't mean, you know, you can go out and run a marathon anytime soon. What it means is, yes, you will be back to normal, but you have to be careful with what you do. So yeah, so that's hubby's life in a nutshell. But we will soldier on, and we will try and make life as easy as possible for him, and we'll make each day count, because to be honest with you, when something like this happens to you, there is more to life than working. So that's July in a nutshell. So we're going to go and finish our walk off. I am going to work in this wonderfully hot weather. So I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful Wednesday. Do look after yourselves, lovelies. And remember, if you're struggling, please reach out, because there's always somebody there that will help you. Look after one another, and if nothing else in this world, lovelies, please be kind, because you don't know what that other person that's going through that stood next to you. And from me and Woo, on this very warm Wednesday, we're sending you all much love and many blessings.